now for the Bear Child 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night, August 26, 2015 here. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Top news at 11 o'clock here on this late Wednesday night here. Top story at 11 o'clock here is that trail workplace raid that appears to be part of the workplace have led to a Virginia news reporter to shoot two colleagues today on a live television and is meticulously, even hauntingly laid out in a long series of memos filed as part of Professor Lee Flanagan. Amid rise and speculation that he plans to jump into the 2016 presidential race, Vice President Joe Biden said on Wednesday that he's not sure that he has the emotional fuel for another political campaign. A police officer was shot and killed Wednesday when he responded to a call from a house where three women had been stabbed, one of them fatally in a town about 6 miles west of Baton Rouge, said the sheriff of rural St. Landry Parish. Back at the governor's mansion that put him on the national stage, former Texas Governor Rick Perry on Wednesday brushed off suggesting that the second bit of ride-out stalked by financial woes was in peril. New York. Many remember the haunted photograph of women wearing business attire and pearls. It's covered head to toe in white dust, her hands held out helplessly before her as she makes her way out of the World Trade Center's damaged North Tower as Marcy Border, survivor known as Destiny icon 9/11 photo dies at 42. Colorado theater shooter James Holmes appears in court with his attorney Daniel King to be formally sentenced in Colorado. As Colorado theater shooter sending to scene ends emotional trial. Fallen agriculture incomes and an overall socio-economic squeeze has led to powerful frustration building up among youthful sections of the community that otherwise controls politics and industry in Gujarat. Kabul, men wearing Afghan military uniform shot dead two NATO soldiers in the country south on Wednesday. The coalition said the first insider attack on foreign troops since the Taliban's bitter power transition. Geneva, the Europe's Union's asylum system is completely dysfunctional ahead of the UN Refugee Agency said Wednesday urging a bloc to better coordinate its response to the influx of the thousands of refugees fleeing violence in Africa. The newly appointed U.S. Special Envoy for Syria will travel to Moscow, Geneva, and Riyadh this week to attempt to find a political solution to the 4-year-old Syrian conflict, officials said on August 26. If Trucks for America survives the past near Puerto Rico and Hispaniola this week, Miami-Dade County emergency mayor say they're bracing for trucks from force winds as early as Sunday as we take a look at the latest 11 o'clock update on Erica Air. It is 16.7 to the north, 16.3 to the west. Max sustained winds, 45 miles per movement, west at 16 miles an hour air. Mitch Lando, now the mayor of New Orleans, was lieutenant governor of Louisiana when Hurricane Katrina hit nearly 10 years ago as New Orleans mayor reflected on his progress and hurdles since Katrina. A federal appeals court has upheld a will and order of Kentucky County Clerk to issue marriage classes to gay couples. Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis rejects the same-sex marriage for religious reasons. Asia Pacific Index pulls away from the week's 3-year low as Chinese shares higher in early trading dollar cents rally and risk aversion continues to ease. Burger King asked McDonald's to join and created a McWhopper hamburger for one day, September 21st as Peace Day, where proceeds benefited Peace one day. Wall Street racked up its biggest one-day gain in 4 years on Wednesday. Its fears about China's economy gave way to bargaining hunters emboldened by expectations that the U.S. Federal Reserve might not raise interest rates next month. Look like a butterfly unfolds its wings. The image thinking about it. NASA ESA's Hubble Space Telescope shows a twin jet nebula and in response of expanded gas in amazing detail. Even if you live by yourself, you do not live alone. In the recent analysis of dust samples collected from 1,200 homes across the United States, researchers report that most of us cohabitate with a few thousand species of bacteria, about 2,000. Humans could escape from black holes rather than getting stuck in them, according to new theory proposed by Stephen Hawking. Unfortunate space travels won't be able to return their own universal code in Hawking. A large review of the studies found the injection to provide temporary relief from the pain, but do not last to solve the problem. James Spencer MPTs, Scott Butterberg, and Morrison Scott Tedge traveled from Minnesota to Washington, D.C. to protest the newly proposed Medicare payment rules for prosthetics, saying the rules would hurt MPTs. A blood test may be able to save lives, finding cancers that have started to grow again after treatment. A study suggests scientists at the Institute of Cancer Research in London found traces of breast cancer 8 months before doctors would. Quote without sleep the night before does not affect the performance of doctors doing elective surgery next morning, quote a new Ontario study that runs contrary to research demonstrating that sleep deprived physicians' performance unaffected by fatigue from overnight work. Alright, take a look at New England Insulars here at 11:06 p.m. here in River, Massachusetts, an armed robbery by means of black box cutter at River Beach MBTA Station. 2 male subjects of Shirley area of Shirley Avenue. EMS for minor injuries here. Here, Channel News on 11:06 on the slate. What's it out here? It's time now for a travel report here. And Route 4 on the southbound side is a little slow for the exit of North Kingston stretch. 95 on the southbound side, it is slow from Route 1 in Sharon all the way at the Mechanic Street in Sharon here. Route 3 on the southbound side, slow from Union Street all the way out to Route 18 in Weymouth here. Mass back on the westbound side, it is slow from Logan Airport all the way out to the Austin Bratton Tolls. Mass back on the westbound side, slow from the Millbury stretch. 290 in the eastbound side, it is slow from the Mass Pike and Auburn all the way out to Route 9 here in Worcester here. Route 3 in the southbound side is slow for the Bill Regular stretch. 120 in the southbound side, it is slow from Route 1 in Linfield all the way at the Red Inn here. Route 3 in the southbound side is slow for the Merrimack stretch. 101 on the westbound side is slow for the Candia stretch. 95 on the northbound side, it is slow for the Hampton Tolls here. And main turnpike on the southbound side, it is slow for the Cumberland stretch on the southbound side here. Otherwise, smooth sailing community here on the slate. What's it out on highways, byways in New England there. And look at that MBTA alerts here. On the subway system, it's looking good. Commuter rail. Franklin Line, train 729, 10:35 p.m. from South Station, delayed 15-30 minutes today due to signal problems there. Needham Line, train 6:35, 10:30 p.m. from South Station, delayed 15-30 minutes due to signal problems there. And Apartment Solar Line, train 829, 10:25 p.m. from South Station, delayed 15-30 minutes today due to signal problems there. Peter Channel News Time, 11:08, and it's time now for a weather report here. As Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this here. Overnight, mostly cloudy sky, low at 57 degrees. Northwest with about 5 miles an hour here. Thursday, sky skies are at 80 degrees. West with about 6 miles an hour here. Thursday night, punch about for the 5 a.m. was mostly cloudy sky, low at 58 degrees and light west wind. Friday, punch about before 7 a.m. was sunny skies about 79 degrees and light variable wind becoming west wind 5 miles per the afternoon here. Friday night, mostly cloudy skies. So mostly cloudy sky, low at 59 degrees and light variable wind. Saturday, mostly sunny sky about 83 degrees. Saturday night, punch about after 5 miles. Podcast sky low at 65 degrees. Sunday, punch about before 7 a.m. was punch sky about 85 degrees. Saturday night, partly skies, low about 65 degrees. Monday, Sunday, mostly skies, but 86 about 64 degrees. Tuesday, mostly partly skies, about 87 about 65 degrees. And for Wednesday, most skies, how about 87 degrees here. Not temperature here at 11:10. 61 degrees with first skies, humidity 9%. And that's made for the period channel. 11 o'clock noon to this late. Wednesday, August 26, 2015. Please have you a good night. With a good bad day. And I'll see you tomorrow morning with a more important night.